G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a brand new rebuild save. And we are going for Bournemouth this time. Bournemouth being a struggling Premier League side, a bit of a yo-yo club, especially this season. They are struggling, and at the time of recording they've just been knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Liverpool. I watched the game actually, and the conditions weren't exactly favourable for either team. But yeah, they're a team that are struggling, and I wanted to see how far we could take it in a 5-season rebuild, and what I would class as successful for Bournemouth is to get them established as a Premier League club, i.e. no relegation ever again, to improve the financial situation, which I'll show you guys in a second, and also possibly to bring in a trophy and push possibly for European football, maybe, in 5 years. So let's dive straight into it. Let's see what we got to play with. So this game I started on one of the newer game modes, that's in FM24. Obviously, as you'll see right down the bottom, it's still the beta version at the time of recording this. So I've done this in the Your World game save, which basically resets all the transfers up to a certain date and gives you basically the full financial transfer budget of each club, so you can try and guide your transfer or do your transfers and guide the team the way you want to go without anything happening. I think the transfers that I've done before, I think the first week of July, still count into your squad, but anything after that doesn't. So yeah, I've gone on to, as you can see, we are at the end of the transfer window, so that's been and passed. And when you actually start off with Bournemouth, the original budget is over 100 million, which is phenomenal for a club this size, with a club that hasn't exactly, if you have a look at the history, the overview, all they've won in their history is 3 trophies the entire time. But you look at their profile, they've been around since 1899, and they've only ever won 3 major competitions, which is a little bit surprising, to say the least. They don't have the biggest stadium. In fact, I think they have the smallest stadium along with Luton in the Premier League at the moment, which is below 12,000. So it's not going to bring in a massive amount of money, which again you'll see overall balance at the moment is sinking down to nearly minus 45 million. They have a massive amount of debt, including transfer debt. They got loans coming out of their ear holes, so financially they are actually in big trouble, massive trouble. But that still didn't stop me spending the money that they gave me. As you can see on the summary side of things, started off with 100 million. I think I managed to take that up a little bit to about 120, and I've still got 27 million left. So we'll have a look at the transfers that I've brought in on the first season, and the ones that I've let go. Let's have a look. Right, so I wanted to reshape this side, obviously in my own vision, which meant getting rid of a couple of players that I didn't think were good enough, and I still don't think they're good enough. The main ones being Ben Pearson, who was a squad player at best. Yeah, mentals pretty good, but physicals and technicals for me just not good enough for the Premier League. And Luton came along with what was it, 9.5 million. Bump, see you later. Dembele, another bit part player. Jamal Lowe, another bit part player, had to go. And then there was the 2 big ones. Tavernier, I could have kept him around, but I just didn't think he was good enough still, and he kicked off big time. He was one of the team leaders, so to speak. It made the entire team uncomfortable that I was selling him, but I put my foot down, got rid of him. And the main player that instigated all the trouble in the squad was Solanke. So to instill a bit of discipline in the squad and say, look, I'm in here, this is my team now, you're going to do as I say, Solanke annoyed me and he started trying to cause trouble, stirring the pot, as it were, with the squad. So I got rid of him, and Burnley ended up buying him for 27.5 million. I think that goes up a little bit. I can't remember now off the top of my head. But I wanted to stack out this squad. It needed improving in a lot of areas, and I think I did that really, really well. So we'll go from the lowest point. Luca Netz, young left back, wonder kid, so to speak. He's been around on FM for obviously a good few years now. Everybody knows about him, knows what he can do. Backup left back. Then I brought in Jashiri, a Swiss defensive midfielder who is a deep line playmaker. I got him from Luzerne for 6 million, and I just thought stats overall were really, really good. Cliver was already brought in, obviously, because, as I said on the Your World one, he was brought in before that July point, so he was already in. But again, Cliver, really good signing, actually. I think they've done a good bit of business with him. Then I went and got the young kid Adam Wharton from Blackburn, another DLP who can play in the centre of midfield and will improve over time, so give him the chance. Then another one that's Fabian Ryder from Young Boys. Still makes me chuckle, that name. Yeah, 21-year-old now, keeps on getting better and better, very highly rated. Anybody who's been playing the game for the last couple of years knows about this kid. He is a really, really good central attacking midfielder. We were weak in the fullback positions massively, so I wanted to bring in a good couple of fullbacks that were gonna turn things around. This guy was available. I've never bought him before. I've never used him before, but when I saw that at 23 years old, just everything about him was like, as a wing back, especially with a free kick taken, long throws and penalty taken at 16, 19 and 16, good physicals, mentals, I just thought it's a no-brainer, absolutely no-brainer. Traore was one that was already brought in, obviously because it's the 1st of July. I think that Your World cut-off period is around about the 3rd or 4th of July, so he was already brought in. Again, good player, can only get better. Then I wanted a striker. I wanted somebody who would replace Solanke, but also also replace him, but also 10 times better than him. And this guy, Victor Gyökeres, bought him from Coventry. He was available. Yes, I had to pay a lot of money. I mean, I had to pay 30 million for him, but his wages, he wanted to be star player, all that sort of stuff. But a player I've never bought on this game. So I thought I'd give it a punt. I wanted to press him forward for the tactic that I'll show you. And this guy, he's just got it all. Penalty taking, finishing, good physicals, mentals. So again, it was well worth the money. And finally, our right back, starting right back. Again, everybody knows about him. Tino Livramento, wonder kid on the game. Again, another player that just keeps on getting better and better. So hopefully I've got some players in here that will last the entire 5 years. I'm building the team around him. Speaking of the team, we'll have a look at the tactic. Standard gegenpress, 4-3-3. Not too many instructions going on here. With a centre attacking midfielder, box-to-box midfielder, and a DLP on defend, wing backs, all the gubbins there, inside forwards and pressing forward. So really defend from the front. Squad overall is looking really, really good, and we've started off, if we have a look at the schedule, we started off alright, actually. First league game of the season, 4-3 win against Forest, a hat-trick from Gyökeres, so that's a good start. Then an away trip to Anfield. I wasn't expecting anything out of this one, and yeah, we won. We lost 5-2, but still good performance. Burnley at home, 3-0 win, and then in the Carabao Cup, 4-1 away win against Leeds. Was very happy with that. So I'll jump straight into it. We'll simulate the season, and we'll see how we're doing in our first season. Fingers crossed. Avoiding relegation, because I think that's avoid relegation, be competitive in the cups. that was the board of what they wanted to do. So if I'll simulate the season and we'll see how we do. I'll see you in a few seconds. Welcome back, guys, and you won't believe this, but we have a 5th place finish. Not only did we absolutely and utterly obliterate our target for the season of avoiding relegation, which we did by a good nearly 40 points in the end, but we finished in the top 5. And not only that, because of the coefficiency system going into the new Champions League format, we qualified for the Champions League. I'm stunned. Absolutely stunned. But that is a hell of a result for the first season. Amazing result. Yeah, I'm stunned. Honestly, I've got no words for it. I did not expect that in the slightest. Absolutely not. Gyökeres with 30 goals this season. In fact, actually, if we look at the stats player overview and have a look at the most goals, Gyökeres even beat Haaland to the golden boot this season. What a player. What a player. Absolutely outstanding. If we have a look at the squad, 30 goals this season in the league. 28 goals in the league and only a couple in the cup. Absolutely amazing. But again, Fabian Rieder, 11 goals. David Brooks, again, really good return, 11 goals. Kluivert with 10. We had a lot of players there getting into double figures. Even with the assists, Lewis Cook, Ryan Christie, Rieder again. Even Adam Wharton, 5 goals and 8 assists. Signings have paid off, including the likes of, where's he gone? Hang on. Rearrange the old squad. Miranda again, 5 goals, 3 assists. Liv Morento, 7 assists from fullback. So as Premier League go, we've absolutely annihilated what we wanted to do. And now we've got a plan for Champions League football for the next season, which is a bit daunting. We'll have a quick check of the other competitions. 4th round by Spurs, quarter-final by Southampton. Losing to our South Coast rivals, that's not good. But as you see, the board are extremely happy, and so are the supporters. So yeah, overall, very, very chuffed with that. So we move on to the next season, and we'll see what we can do there. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on it and follow us for the next. We've got another 4 episodes of this, so it's a 5-season rebuild, 1 episode at a time. Yeah, follow along, subscribe to the channel, share the video around if you can, please, and see where we end up in these 5 years. But I don't know whether I'm overconfident or optimistic of how far we can take this, but after that first season result, I think we could be onto something here. So I guess you'll just have to tune into the next episode to see what happens. So as I say, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll see you later.